Here is an explanation for final exam question number 54, found on page 672 of Teach Yourself Electricity and Electronics, 5th edition. The question asks us what the primary pigments are. And the correct answer is D as in delta. Cyan, which looks kind of like a bluish green, magenta, which looks like a dark pink, and yellow, which speaks for itself. By the term pigments, we refer usually to substances that we add to get surfaces that will reflect light, so that the light has a certain appearance when it reflects. Pigments are added to paint, ink is pigmented, the dye that you put when you into clothing to give it a certain shade, that is a pigment. Colors, in contrast to pigments, are usually referred to radiant light, such as might come off a computer screen, for example. And what we're actually looking at in this video is a computer screen. So what you're really seeing technically is a color display in which I have artificially combined primary colors in order to get the appearances of the primary pigments. If I were to print this page, it would look just about exactly the same. It simply wouldn't shine as brightly. Then we would really have pigments on the paper. So the correct answer again is D as in delta. If I've confused you a little bit here, think about now primary colors. If you had answered B as in Bravo and the question had asked for primary colors, you would have been correct. The primary colors are red, blue, and green. If those apply to radiant colors that come, for example, off of a computer display, if you combine equal amounts of blue and green, you get cyan. And that's what I've actually done to create this display. Is I put my computer in the red, green, blue color mode, RGB often called. To get cyan, I combined equal amounts and saturated amounts, that's the highest possible level, of blue and green. In order to get magenta, you combine the maximum amounts of red and blue. And in order to get yellow, you would combine the maximum possible color amounts of red and green equally. Equal amounts of red and green give you yellow. Equal amounts of red and blue give you magenta. Equal amounts of blue and green will give you cyan. But that again, those are what the pigments actually look like, assuming that your display is more or less true to color.